Hi guys. Yeah, in last video there was power interruption, so I couldn't finish in last video properly. Then I'm resuming the remaining part again. Okay. Recapping the first video. In the first video we discussed about tenses, sentences, and their relationship of sentences with the tenses. So it became 12 type of sentences. Okay, there were three type of tenses and four type of sentences, like we can see on the screen: indefinite continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. And there were three type of tenses that, by mixing them together, it became 12 type of sentences. Each sentence combined with three tenses, like indefinite, present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite. Again continuous, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Perfect, same way for the perfect. Past perfect, present perfect, future perfect. For the perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, present past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So it became 12 kind of sentences if we compare with the time, and if we relate with the time, then 12 kind of sentences. But sentence can be relate with the time, sentence can be relate with the nature. So now we will learn the another type of sentences. There are four type of sentences if we relate the sentence with the nature. If the nature of sentence is very simple, straightforward, then it is called affirmative sentence. It is also called simple sentence. If the nature of sentence is in the denial mode, if the nature of sentence or the sentence used not, then it is called negative sentence. If there is a question in the sentence, it is called interrogative sentence. But if there is not used in the interrogative sentence, then it is called interrogative negative sentence. Let's see forward. Okay. That we discussed that 12 kind of sentence, and now we'll learn one by one, and we'll include nature of sentence into each kind of sentences. Okay, like in present indefinite tense. Okay, this is present indefinite tense. Suppose you can consider it as a tense. Present indefinite has become one tense. Okay, here we will include all kind of sentences inside of it. Then for the present continuous, then for the present perfect, then for the present perfect continuous, we learn one by one for each kind of tenses. For 12, for all 12 tenses, we will include all four kind of sentences that we have learned. Okay, so here affirmative, negative, interrogative, negative. We will include in each kind of tenses. Okay, each type of tense. Now, now first about the present indefinite. Okay, we are going to discuss about the present indefinite. So here in the present indefinite, if we go and if you see here, okay, minus, okay, here, just see here, affirmative sentence. In the affirmative sentence, in the simple, this is basically simple sentence, we will make sentence in this way. If suppose singular and plural, subject is here the person who is speaking, okay, and whom we are speaking, who is at the center in the sentence, who we are talking about, who is saying. Actually, whoever is important in the sentence is called subject of the sentence. There can be two type of subject, that can be singular and that can be plural. So for singular and plural, there are different formula for making sentence. If in the affirmative sentence where you are saying simply thing without denial, without questioning, without saying not, you are just simply saying about something. Okay, then if the singular person, like suppose we take one sentence, one person is practicing law, will concentrate on this sentence only. Okay, so here one person practice law. One person is doing advocacy, whatever. Okay, the one person is actually pursuing LLB. So what you can say? We say he practices law. So what is actually the formation of sentence? If you are saying indefinite sentence like simple sentence, if the person is singular, okay, if one is pursuing his LLB, then what you can say, we have to use subject first, then verb, then S or ES, then object. What is the object? Practicing law. Law, actually, here. Okay, so in the singular, he practices law. We'll use S here because it is singular. When you use plural, suppose they, all the guys are practicing law. So what we use? They practice law. We are simply saying they practice law. We are not giving information about time. When they are practicing law, when they are coming, when they are going to college, we are just simply saying that they practice law. If we are not giving information about the time particularly, then we simply can say they practice law and he practices law. But just remember here one thing, whenever you are using singular or single person, just use S or ES with the verb first form. And also remember, we use first form of verb here. So it will be simple. He practice, put S in the practice, it will be practices and then law. He practices law. In case of plural, just say they practice law. Don't include anything. Just use your subject, use the verb, and use the object. They, subject, practice, verb, law, object. They practice law. Simple. Okay. In the same way, if the sentence is, just a minute, if the sentence is negative, okay, if you are using not, suppose somebody does not practice law, if suppose someone is not practicing law, we want to say not, he does not do. How can say here? Just try to understand. We want to use not without giving information of time. Okay, then that time the same thing, singular plural will have a different formula. For the singular, we just have to introduce does not here. Just see this highlighted thing in the red color, does not. We will include does not and then the same thing, verb and object. Subject, does not, verb and object. In case of plural, we will use do instead of does, and then it will be subject, do not, verb, first form and object. It will be simply he does not practice law, and for plural they do not practice law. It will be very simple, flat subject, do not or does not, and then verb and then object. Very simple. There is nothing included in that. Okay. The third thing that we're going to discuss is interrogative. How the interrogative sentence, we are talking about the present tense, just remember it. Okay, we are not going to the past section or future section of the time, we are just on the present section and we are trying to understand in the indefinite, okay, indefinite mode where the time information is not given. If you if you want to remember it again, just try to understand. We are on this particular section of time. Okay, out of 12 we are on the first section, which is present indefinite tense. We have to go through 12 tenses. Right? So what we can say, if you want to understand this thing, okay, so we can write here. Okay, let me write this thing here. Okay, this one, and then again this one, oh sorry, then this one. Okay, we are like, suppose first thing is present indefinite that we are going to learn. Second will be present uh, continuous, and third will be present perfect, and fourth will be present perfect continuous. And in the same way, the same for will be for the past. So what we can write here, okay, so here we can write past and copy it, past, past and past, and the same will be used for the future. And just write here future and just copy it and you can write in this color and then this color. Just try to remember it. Okay, so here are 12 kind of sentences or tenses basically. Okay, we can remember it as a tenses. The after including the tense and sentence type, we can say tense because the tense has more intensity. So these are present tense, present continuous, present perfect continuous, same for the past, same for the future. So we are just discussing about the first type, present indefinite tense. Okay, so here try to remember this thing. We are discussing about the first thing. Okay, so here okay, okay, come to the interrogative. Okay, the first type we are discussing till the first type. We are going through each type of sentences: affirmative, negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative. Then we'll go again for the another sentence. So here third type of sentence is interrogative for the present indefinite. So here we use does for the singular and do for the plural, and we put do or does in the beginning. Okay, so here the sentence will be simple: subject, verb, object. What we have to do extra, we just have to put does in the beginning, do in the beginning according to the subject type. If the subject is singular, put the does in the beginning. If the subject is plural, then do in the beginning. If subject is singular, then does in the beginning. So if the subject is singular, suppose he, then what will be? Does he practice law? You're asking question. Okay, does he practice law? You're not saying what time does he practice. You're not saying what is the time. Has it been done? Is it in continuous? Is it going to be done? Whatever. You just want to say, does he practice law? You don't want information about time. You just want to ask, does he practice law? So you use does he practice law. Same way, if the subject is plural, like they, then you have to use do they practice law. This is very simple. And go for the interrogative negative. Interrogative negative is a sentence where the question is being asked with not word. Okay, just try to remember. Like suppose you want to ask somebody about his practicing of law, but you want to say that that does he not practice law? You are saying in a way where you are asking question in a negative mood. So then you have to use does he not practice law? Okay, so what you have to do here, you have to put subject in between of does and not. You have to put subject in between of do and not according to the subject type. If the subject type is singular, then you have to put subject between does and not. If the plural, then do and not between the do and not. So it simply will be subject does, subject, not, verb, first form and object. It will be does he not practice law or do they not practice law. Just because of the subject, does and do will be replaced. So uh, this is all about present indefinite. We have discussed about the present indefinite. In the same way, we will discuss about the present continuous, then present perfect, then present perfect continuous, and about the all 12 kind of tenses. So these are very simple. This is very simple to understand. Just I want to recap you. And this is very simple to make sentences. If you find okay, the tenses and this affirmative sentence. If you are using affirmative sentence, then you just have to say subject, then verb, then s or es, and then object. Okay, if the subject is plural, then no need to put anything. Just say in a very simple way, subject, verb, object. If you are saying something without any time bound thing, like you straightforward want to say something. Okay, if you are if you are saying negative sentence for a simple sentence, then you have to put do or does not, do or not or does not. Okay, if you're putting it, if you're asking question, then you have to put does or do in the beginning. If you're asking a negative question, or if you're asking a question negatively, then you have to put does in the beginning, then subject, then not, do in the beginning, then subject, and not. Okay, this is very simple to understand. Okay, and okay, in next video we will discuss about present continuous and forward. Thank you.